Hello, everybody. I'm Russ Mitchell, and welcome to 7 Minutes. Our guest today is someone who 35 years ago had a vision to help give people of all abilities the chance to express themselves through dance. Mary Verdi-Fletcher is the founder and president of the Dancing Wheels Company and School, and she joins us now for 7 minutes. Mary, thank you so much for having us here in your studio today.
Oh, thank you for joining us.
And I want to thank your dancers as well. We're going to see them in just a bit. Congratulations on 35 years.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's been quite a journey.
I can imagine. In your own words, how would you describe the Dancing Wheels? What is it?
The Dancing Wheels Company is a professional, physically integrated dance company, so it's comprised of dancers with and without disabilities that are all training together and perform together. And then we have a school for our young people with and without disabilities.
Has dance something that has always been fascinating to you? Even as a little girl, did you always want to be a dancer?
Ever since I was 3 years old.
3 years old?
Actually, it was to follow in my mother's footsteps. She was a professional dancer, and my father was a musician, so it's been a love all of my life.
And this is a labor of love for you here at the school, I know as well. You were born with spina bifida.
Correct.
What was it like for you as a child, knowing that you wanted to do something, but you had these challenges that you had to overcome?
Well, I was always taught by my mother to have people see me and my own abilities. So I grew up not recognizing so much my disability, but my ability. And so society often disables people through architectural barriers. And so, you know, as the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act, came about, we started to eliminate some of those barriers, both the architectural and stereotypic views. So that opened the depths and breadth of equality.
I know you've been behind a lot of changes in that area as well.
Yes.
A lot of people would have given up, and you know this. What kept you going?
What kept me going, I believe, is just seeing the outcome of what the dance brings to people, the inspiration it brings for children, how it brightens their lives and changes their attitudes about what is possible for them. And we see that all over the world. The company travels worldwide.
Right, 50,000 people you perform to every year,
Yes.
I'm told, and of course through television, DVDs, so many millions more.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Shall we look at a performance?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, let's take a look. You're on. That's fantastic. Mary, how many dancers do you have in the company?
We have 14 dancers this year.
When someone comes to you and says, I want to be a dancer, what's the first thing you say to them?
Well, we look at how they've trained in the past, if they've had training. Many of them come from colleges, and so they're placed according to their experience level. So they could be an apprentice, or they could be a full-fledged company member, or perhaps a student.
If someone comes to you in a wheelchair and wants to do what you're doing here, and they're discouraged, what do you say to them to inspire them?
Come on, let's see what you got, you know? I mean, I think a lot of our wheelchair dancers have come to us, and they're really good wheelists, which means that they can wheel very well, like fast and do wheelies and such. And so then they need the finer training of the technique in ballet and modern, and that's what they do. They train every single day, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. I mean, it's quite an ordeal. Ordeal is the wrong word. quite a regiment, right?
Yes, yes, it
I mean,
is.
how tough is it?
It's pretty tough. And like we said, we have 50 to 70 performances a year worldwide. So they're learning choreography, brand new choreography or restaged choreography every day.
Sure. I've seen it in print that you have redefined what it means to be a dancer. When someone says that to you and about you, what goes through your head?
I think it's the perception, because people had equated dance with using your feet and your legs, and what this is really a new form of dance that is really, to have the description of it would be like skating and dancing together. It's a freeing, beautiful depth and breadth of movement.
I can imagine that you've had some moments over the years where people have come to you and they've thanked you for helping them out and helping them do something they never thought they were going to do. Can you tell me a quick story of someone who did that to you and what it meant to you to hear that?
Actually, one of my very first wheelchair dancers, her name was Chris Warner. She came to us not having the experience of dancing before, but was trained and did a beautiful job. And she said, you know, because you had a dream, I get to dance. And I feel that that summarizes it all, because sometimes people don't know that that's part of what's in their spirit and their heart and their soul. And we are all artists within ourselves, but sometimes you don't uncover it or even know that you are an artist.
Ah, I see. So people learn something about themselves through this process as well. As we said, you've paved the way for people with disabilities in terms of access, in terms of showing them things that they can do. When it comes to legislation out there to make things better, we still have a long way to go on that front?
We sure do. And a lot of it is based on the spirit of the law versus the adherence to the law. Because if people had the spirit of inclusiveness and acceptance, they wouldn't do things that violate the law.
Are you optimistic that that will get better as we move forward?
I'm hoping. We work every day to make that happen.
We've got about 35 seconds left. It's, again, 35 years. It's been quite a journey. Can you believe it's been this long?
Not at all. It's just flown by, and I always tell people I was about 3 or 4 when I started it, so they don't guess my age.
35 years in, 35 more to go?
At least, yeah.
At least, okay. Mary Verdi-Fletcher, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really do appreciate it, and all the best to you.
Thank you so much.
And that is all for this week. I'll see you Monday at 6 on the news, and back here next week for 7 minutes. Have a great weekend.
To watch this segment again or see previous editions of 7 Minutes with Russ Mitchell, please go to WKYC.com.